Hi everyone, this is Marjorie. Welcome back to my channel. Do you want to lose weight? Do you fail time after time when you're trying, or do you regain it all back? If so, you're in the right place because so did I. So if you're new here, will you please take a second to subscribe and ring the little bell? Then you'll be notified whenever I place a new video up. And if you're regular, just thank you for coming back and visiting and joining us and join the conversation. Okay, today what I want to talk about is confusion when you're first starting and even as you go along. I know when I first started, I was so confused. The keto diet seemed pretty straightforward, the keto way of eating, the ketogenic way of eating. You read the books, you get the apps, they all spell it out for you, especially the apps. You enter your weight, you enter your, what your goal is, and it tells you how much fat, carbs, and protein you should be eating. So what is the, excuse me. So what is the problem? Well, I think it's like information overload. I know when I first started, I ordered cookbooks and I ordered informational books. I read an excellent one called Keto Clarity by Jimmy Moore, who was apparently one of the first first authors that started really bringing the keto diet to the forefront. And I watched TED Talks. You've heard me talk about this before. I've watched TED Talks and about keto diet and different diseases, cancer, Alzheimer's, that type of thing. I watched motivational speakers on YouTube, which would again, Keto, Casey, and Sarah from Pearls of Wisdom. And then also, I felt I was covering my bases. I was also looking at doctors on YouTube that were giving little explanations of how to make the keto diet work. Dr.Berg, Dr. Westman, Dr.Berry. Recently I found him. He's fun. Dr. Schmidt. And then I had a new dilemma. I was losing weight. Keto was pretty easy with the app. Keep the carbs under 20, eat fat, eat protein, boom. So the big conundrum for me was just figuring out each day as I went along what I was going to eat, putting it into my little app, and it would tell me kind of what I had left. And so I'd figure out what else to do. And I started losing and things were going along fine. Then, so you're saying, well, what's the problem? What's the conflict? Well, after a while, I had like an influx, an overdose of information and people saying this and people saying that. And they all were so convincing. And so who should I listen to? That's the big conflict, you may be having right now. Who to listen to? All of them. Listen to everybody. And so now what do? Well, you have to decide what it is that you're going to keep and what you're going to throw out. Because I got news for you. Everything on the internet isn't true. Remember those commercials? So you got to use your brain. Got to just do what resonates with you. You got to ask yourself the questions. Who am I? Okay, for me, that's easy. I'm a girl. I'm a lady. I'm a woman. A mature woman, actually. 67. And am I too old to do keto? No, found that out from Dr.Berg. I wasn't, I knew that anyhow before I found out from Dr.Berg that I wasn't too old because I was losing weight. Next question I ask myself is, should I be eating dairy? Because there's people that say, yes, dairy, no dairy, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I decided I love dairy. It's heartbreaking to me if I can't eat dairy. I love sour cream, butter, cheese, you name it. And whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. And then you have to ask yourself, what out of all the information that I'm getting, what resonates with the type of keto that works for me? I had a sweet tooth when I started. I was watching every single keto dessert I could find on YouTube. And then I tried a few, and you know what? I realized it was like watching food porn, because after a while I would watch them and then I wouldn't even make them, because you know what? A lot of them don't taste as good. And then you got the questions, you know, should I keep my keto carbs under 20? Should I go more than 20? Because you got the athletes who are saying, oh yeah, you got to have more than 20. And men can have, and some women with, that are more active and high metabolism. And then, you've got people that are proponents of more protein. It's been my experience, those are usually younger people. But it could be that an older person needs more protein as well. I have read something in Volek and Phinney that says that if you eat more protein, it forces more calcium into the bones. And don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure I got that right. And so if that's the case, then I think I could go with some more calcium in my bones. And then, are you on meds? You might want to find somebody that's talking about meds and how they are reducing their meds. That wasn't an issue for me, because I am a holistic minded person and I've never wanted to do a lot of meds. So anyway, basically for me, my rule is carbs under 20. And I found a couple of gals that are my age bracket, and they just inspired me from the beginning. And I've already mentioned them, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for listening to my little spiel about how to find somebody that resonates with you. Ask yourself the questions, do the work, listen to as much as you want or as little as you want. Find out what works, pay attention to your body, do the blood testing, do the urine strip testing, look at the scale once a week if it scares you to watch the ups and downs, because keto does up and down. And so anyway, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it. And I'd like to say that this is just my motivational little talk. I'm not a doctor. Please check with your doctor if you're on meds before discontinuing or starting a diet. So I would like to say, keep calm and keto on. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.